You're not going to be talked into our hair replacement systems. We're here to do your designs when you're ready to do it. So come in knowledgeable. We don't have strong-armed salespeople or anything like that. We have design consultants that'll be ready when you're ready.
Call the toll-free number on your screen at 1-877-787-4247 or visit farrellhair.com for a free online consultation and hair loss evaluation.
Once I got my hair system, it just cut my morning preparation time in half. I get up, I comb my hair, shower, wash, comb my hair, and I'm out.
When I came to Farrell, just to be really candid, I didn't really believe him. I'm in an illusion industry. So to me, when I saw the pictures and I saw everything, I was like, oh, that's very nice, nicely retouched and fixed on. But when I came here and actually met with them and they showed me what they actually do, I was overwhelmed. And they turned me around, I looked in the mirror, and I couldn't even talk. I was speechless because I can run my fingers through my hair. I'm looking at it. I know it's not growing out of my scalp, and it's freaking me out. It was amazing.
Well, my hair system, I feel very confident. I'm able to look people in the eye and carry on a conversation and not have them look at me and say, keep looking at my hairline wondering, is that a hairpiece that he's wearing?
When I had previously had a different system on, I would stand back just a little bit, didn't want people to actually see my front hairline. Whereas now somebody can be up as close as a foot away from me and you cannot tell. It's completely undetectable.
I originally came to Farrell Hair Systems because I was looking for the best hair system I could find. I was wearing a hair system prior to coming here. I wore several different ones actually, and none of them ever really satisfied me in the sense that I was never able to get a realistic hairline. I never felt it looked natural. Came here, checked it out, and was very impressed with what I saw.
My experience before I came to Farrell was sort of a level of mediocrity with most systems. I mean, most systems were very poor. There was no hairline. It was very detectable. My brother, my friends and family always said, well, you look good, but we could always, now they tell me now, that, well, we could tell you had a hairpiece on way back. Now I just forget, that you have hair replacement. And that's what they tell me now. It's like, I think you have real hair now. And so there was just a difference between what looks natural and what looks fake. Farrell looks natural, everybody else looks fake.
Wearing a Farrell hair replacement system is by far and away the next best thing to having your actual hair. I swim, I work out with weights, most importantly I ride a Harley Davidson. There's a helmet law now, so I have to wear the darn helmet, which is no problem. When I put the helmet on, when I take it off, fluff up my hair a little bit, and it behaves just like my regular hair does. So with my active lifestyle, I haven't really noticed much of a change.
This is all about making people beautiful, making people feel good, and all of us just enjoying what we're doing. By now, you should kind of get the feeling of the difference between us and other companies. There are the big discount chains. In fact, most companies work the same way, whether they're large or small. They buy systems from Asian factories very inexpensively, and of course they try to get whatever they can from you. We make everything ourselves. We incorporate many elements into our systems that make them work. If any of those elements are missing, things just don't work. That's what Ultra Custom Hair Replacement's all about.
These are actual Farrell clients willing to share their experiences with you. Farrell Hair Replacement's message of hope to hair loss sufferers is this: you simply do not have to suffer from the devastating effects of hair loss any longer.
You've been listening to the testimonials, and there's a message here. Hair is important. We're meant to have hair. We don't feel right when we don't have hair. You understand that. So the beauty about non-surgical hair replacement is that you can get all your hair back immediately. You can wear the styles you used to have. You've seen it happen. You get a haircut, and maybe the next week it starts working, and maybe by the third week it's really perfect. Well, that's the way a hair system should be. These are not hair pieces. These are hair replacement systems that are made by artisans that have many elements incorporated into the system which allow you to be you. Just think about it. Allow you to be you. You don't have to worry about your looks anymore. You get all your hair back now.
To schedule a free, no-obligation consultation with a Farrell design specialist, call the toll-free number on your screen at 1-877-787-4247. That number again, 1-877-787-4247. Or visit farrellhair.com for a free online consultation and hair loss evaluation. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Your natural appearance, your confidence, and your self-esteem. Call today and take back your life.
When I started losing my hair, it just wasn't as hip as it is these days to have thin hair, short hair, no hair. And I felt very insecure, and I was constantly looking, every time I'd walk by anything that reflected, to make sure that my hair was looking like it was covering all the right spots. And I didn't want to deal with that anymore.
The reason that I actually finally decided to go get a solution is the hair surgery I had had was no longer looking any good, and a prospective girlfriend suggested that I get something done about it. So, being very research oriented and very detailed, I opened the yellow pages and literally went and visited every single place that sold hair systems in Los Angeles and rated them meticulously against how good each system was, what the overall cost factors were, and everything. And although I ended up seeing the Farrell system as one of the first that I looked at, it was hands down the best looking system that there was. Even though the people here, I didn't regard them as very great salespeople, they really had a system that you just couldn't beat.
My confidence since getting a good hair system has changed immensely because that's really what this is all about. When people like me come into a place, it's not merely, about trying to capture a look, but trying to capture, some of these things that you lose when you lose your hair. Self-confidence, self-esteem. My self-confidence and self-esteem were low. You don't have the confidence, you don't feel confident in yourself, and I was really suffering. And that's really what's at the core of losing your hair, of being a hair loss sufferer, is losing that, not just your hair, all these little things. And oftentimes you don't even really understand what it is you lose until you get it back and feel whole again.
In my professional life, my Farrell hair replacement has given me the confidence. When I get up and speak in front of people, or when I'm working one-on-one with my staff members, before, I wouldn't let them get as close to me. Now, if we're working on a project, they need to look over my shoulder for my computer, they're face-to-face with me. I don't shy away or wonder to myself, can they tell that I had a hair replacement?
My experience with Farrell hair system has been fantastic. I can't describe it. Friends, relatives, they can't believe it. Hey Raymond, you have your head full of hair again. And I said, yes, that's what I was looking for. And now I just really, my confidence is fantastic. I mean, just hear these people talking about, it looks great, great. So that's what I was looking for. And I just have it now.
The fact that Tommy Lee wears a Farrell hair replacement system, it doesn't affect our lives the way you might think it might. Actually, when I'm getting ready, it takes him a lot less time, which is usually the case with men. They hop in the shower, they do their thing, and they're ready and, eating on the couch while the women are, finishing up, getting ready.
With Farrell, I can just jump in the shower, towel dry my hair, and I'm on my way practically. So it takes very little time to maintain, and it's just great. I love it.
The entire ultra-custom hair system process revolves around the innovation and artistry of world-renowned hair replacement expert Richard Farrell. For more than 20 years, Richard Farrell has been helping both men and women suffering from the devastating effects of hair loss to regain their natural appearance.
I perform ultra-custom hair replacement. That means I develop my own proprietary materials, techniques, whatever it takes to help you attain the looks that you see in this video. Our clientele consists of men, women, children, alopecia clients, chemotherapy clients. We replace the hair right down to the sideburns. These are things you can't do with wigs. These are things you can't do with $75 inexpensive hair replacement systems that come from Asian factories. Everything has to be right. If any of the elements are left out of any of our systems, they could be detectable. And our systems are all undetectable to the sight and to the touch. It's quite an accomplishment. That's why it's ultra custom hair replacement, not wigs, not toupees.
To schedule a free no-obligation consultation with a Farrell design specialist, call the toll-free number on your screen at 1-877-787-4247. That number again, 1-877-787-4247. Or visit farrellhair.com for a free online consultation and hair loss evaluation. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Your natural appearance, your confidence, and your self-esteem. Call today and take back your life.
How you decide to get your hair back is a big decision. So go out there, do your research, because we want you coming in knowledgeable, knowing all your options, because one thing that won't happen at Farrell, you're not going to be talked into our hair replacement systems. We're here to do your designs when you're ready to do it. So come in knowledgeable. We don't have strong-armed salespeople or anything like that. We have design consultants that'll be ready when you're ready.
Farrell Ultra Custom Hair Systems are individually designed and produced by Richard Farrell and his staff of artisans to specifically address your own unique hair loss situation. Though other companies operate as though this is a one-size-fits-all industry, only Farrell Hair Replacement can deliver a totally natural and completely undetectable hair system that restores your natural appearance to what it was before you began losing your hair.
Most companies buy inexpensive systems from Asia and just place them on your head and try to make them work. I'm not part of that industry. We make everything ourselves and we make them work.
The hairline's undetectable. You know, it's very thin. They got the very small hairs right there in front. Most hairlines for hair pieces are like straight across, like a block straight across. But with Farrell, you can actually see back into the scalp, and that's what makes it look real as opposed to everybody else. I just wanted the best. I was determined to look as natural as I could look.
My experience had been pretty much a nightmare prior to coming to Farrell. I've had every kind of hair extension, hair bonding, hair weaving, hair whatever done to me. I've been to salon after salon and person after person with this or that way. That was going to be the next whatever. And it wasn't really until I did a film recently and I was required to shave my head for the film, which was terrifying, but we did it, only to discover I had some traction alopecia and some other issues that had been hidden under all this extra hair that I'd had. There was no hair growing there. There was hair growing all around it, and there was no actual hair growing there. So I was like, I had to do something, and found Farrell Hair Replacement on the internet. I was like, who are these people? This is so exciting. What is this? Called, came in, you know, did the whole thing, and it changed everything. They said what they could do, and they did it. Imagine that. You know, they made a promise and they kept it.
When you start wearing a Farrell hair replacement system, you've got your hair back. You feel better, you look better, you see a great image staring back at yourself every time you look in the mirror. It just gives you that extra confidence. It's true, we feel good when we dress good. We feel good when we're in a good mood. We feel good when we look great.
My life has changed in a lot of ways since I've gotten Farrell hair replacement system. It's just given me more confidence to go out and do a better job, and therefore I've been more productive. I get more things done, I get more connections made with more people, just because I feel more comfortable talking to people, because I feel like I can be myself with Farrell hair replacement. It's just given me a chance to really start all over in my life.
It's pretty incredible how my life has changed since I started wearing a Farrell hair replacement system. The first thing I noticed was that the average age of a woman that I was dating came down by 10 years, which is pretty nice. Number two, my business tripled. And I'm not kidding, I mean tripled within the first year that I was wearing a Farrell system. And the reason that I think that happened is because people want to deal with someone that looks like a winner. And someone who's losing a lot of their hair just doesn't look like a winner.
You cannot overstate the importance of self-confidence and self-esteem in your daily life and speaking to people, you know, even just looking in the mirror and seeing what's looking back at you first thing in the morning when you start your day. You know, it's a very important thing. It's been an important change, and I feel great.
And it's really not just a superficial thing. I think that's important for people to really get a hold of, is that your external affects your internal and your internal affects your external. And if you can do something about that, when people find out, like when I found out, I mean, I'm in admiration of the fact that someone took the steps to really take care of themselves in that way, not just on the outside, but also on the inside.
At Farrell Hair Replacement, we're dedicated to helping hair loss sufferers in a way we're hair loss sufferers advocates. We want you to get all your hair back, and we don't want you to have any disappointments. We want you to feel good about your decision to come with us.
To schedule a free, no-obligation consultation with a Farrell Design Specialist, call the toll-free number on your screen at 1-877-787-4247. That number again, 1-877-787-4247. Or visit farrellhair.com for a free online consultation and hair loss evaluation. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain: your natural appearance, your confidence, and your self-esteem. Call today and take back your life.
Now, we know you have other options when it comes to solving your hair loss situation. There's surgical, but surgical just doesn't work. You can only spread that hair around so much. At best, you'll just have a thin appearance. And of course, surgical hair grafts or transplants usually don't work for women. And of course, there's topical solutions. There's a lot of medications you can take. But the reality is, if those things worked, there wouldn't be so many hair loss sufferers out there. They just don't work. The beauty about doing your research is that you're not getting your information that is self-proclaimed by me. You'll see why you should choose Farrell over all the other companies. There's no reason to ever be victimized by hair replacement companies, because that could possibly happen. These companies that are out there want to get you into maintenance contracts, and at best they're going to take a cheap, inexpensive hair system from the Orient and put it on your head and have you walk out. You're supposed to be happy? That's what's given hair replacement a bad name. Okay? With Farrell Hair Replacement, we're the only company that attacks this from an artistic element. We handle every stage of the process ourselves. We blend the hair, we make the base, we design our own systems, we produce them at our own production facilities, all for one reason, that's to make you look your best. It just makes sense that if you're going to wear a hair replacement system, you get the best, and we've been chosen the best in the world for 6 years in a row. If you're going to wear a hair replacement system, wear the best or wear nothing at all.
When it comes to regaining your natural appearance, don't you owe it to yourself to seek out the very best option available? Remember, invasive and expensive hair transplant surgery cannot restore your hair and appearance. Potentially harmful chemicals can never grow your hair back. Do your research. You will find that the satisfied men and women who use Farrell hair replacement systems have achieved one common goal: to look and feel their best by wearing the very best hair replacement systems in the world. Just listen.
If you are a hair loss sufferer, like I am, the only choice I think anyone has is a hair replacement system. And the only hair replacement system that I would recommend is a Farrell hair replacement system.
In looking at the other replacements that are out there on the market, if you look at the front hairline, I've never seen a more natural one than the Farrell one. That's the biggest thing, plus the way that the hair actually moves when you're active in things. It looks natural, it's undetectable. There's really nothing that I can't do. Since having my Farrell hair replacement, I still go snow skiing, swimming, working out, rollerblading. I live at the beach, so constantly on the beach. Absolutely no restrictions after having the replacement done.
What I have been given back, how it's changed my life, is something that I would want for everybody who is suffering from hair loss, and it is suffering. People know it. You come into Farrell Hair Replacement System instead of these other chains. Don't go get your hair scarred up by hair transplants that don't work, that don't give you all your hair back. A hair transplant can never do this. Come to Farrell Hair Replacement, because those people know what a hair loss sufferer is. They are compassionate. Even though they have not lost their hair like Richard has his hair, he has this amazing ability to be compassionate, to care about the hair loss sufferer. And because they do, they sweat every little thing on a hair system, because it's those little things that make the difference, that make this hair look perfectly real. And the folks at Farrell are the only ones who do that.
I know when I walk into a meeting that I'm going to win. I know that because that person looking at me isn't going to see anything that detracts from the image of what they're looking for. That's not to say that my confidence suffers, but it means that I can give more confidence to others.
I think Richard and Farrell hair replacement systems are the best that there are in the market, and I think that you are looking for something that is quality, something that's undetectable, something that will blend well with your personality, I think that's the place to go.
If I had a chance to talk to the women watching this directly, just, you know, one-on-one, I would tell them that I know what it's like to feel like your womanhood is running through your fingers every day in the shower, or coming out in the brush. You're seeing it on the floor. You keep telling yourself, you know, it's a little shedding, it's not a big deal. Until the day you wake up and you can see your scalp. And you're doing the headbands, you're doing the, you know, the scarves, doing the thing. But inside you feel like, I'm losing me. And I know what that feels like, because that's what I felt like. And after you've been through all the lies and all the promises and spent all the money, and you've heard all the wondrous new this or that miracle that's gonna fix you forever. And then finally you find a place, like I did, where they said, this is what we can do. This is the promise we're making to you. And they keep it. And you look in the mirror, and there you are, you again, with all your hair, with the freedom, the versatility, feeling like, wow, I'm back, you know?
I think we're really stressing that this is non-surgical. Surgery is just not an option. It isn't. All my clients have tried surgery. I see it every day. I see the results of surgery. I see the best, I see the botch-ups. It's not an option at all. This is non-surgical. I know that I make hairlines better than surgeons do. I see it. I hear it from all my customers all the time. It's on the websites. It's a given. Everywhere across the world, they say we do that. So we're on the right track.
To schedule a free, no-obligation consultation with a Farrell Design Specialist, call the toll-free number on your screen at 1-877-787-4247. That number again, 1-877-787-4247. Or visit farrellhair.com for a free online consultation and hair loss evaluation. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Your natural appearance, your confidence, and your self-esteem. Call today and take back your life.